All right, welcome to the shop. Been trying to make this video. It's a pain in the butt. Anyway, I have a DEWALT DWS 709, a sliding 12-inch chop saw, miter saw. And I bought it. It's been a great saw. I have no complaints other than the fact that when I bought it, I didn't know I should be looking for the feature that would help me or enable me to do half-lap joints on this thing. And a half-lap is basically you're just cutting halfway through the lumber, and then the other piece that you're going to join, such as a corner, a 90-degree corner or something, cut halfway through that, and then you can join them together. This did not come with a depth stop, but in the aluminum castings, it looks like, boy, this thing is capable of that. But I've never seen anybody do a video on or anything like that. So I'm going to make this thing work. I'm going to create some kind of bracket that'll make a stop here and enable me to do half-lap joints. Anyway, the first thing I did was this hole here. I drilled it out, tapped it to 1/4 20. It wasn't drilled all the way through, and it wasn't tapped. It was just sitting there. Next thing I did was I scratched my head for a while, grabbed a bunch of steel, and started looking at it and seeing which way, what's going to work for me. So I came up with the idea of some 1-inch square tubing, mild steel, and I'm going to mount it here and then put a bolt with a lock nut on it in this area here, and that'll prevent it from coming down all the way. I'm going to utilize the hole that I drilled and tapped, and this little screw for the power cord I think will help me out in the back, give me support for it back there. So I tapped it out first, and then I figured, well, how am I going to mount this thing? Because this tab here sticks out further than that. And I wanted a good solid stop too. So this piece of metal, mind that, can rest on that stop there. So basically, I just made a big old hole, and it slides right over that tab there. It's flush against the saw for the most part back there. Can't really see it, but it feels pretty good. And then I'm going to figure out where to drill those two holes for the 1/4 20 and the power cord screw, and then cut it shorter. It's too long, and then create some kind of stop bolt with a lock nut on there. So give me some time here. Talk to you in a bit. All right, so I think I got it. I think I got my stop block. Hillbilly woodworking here, built for my saw. So basically, I was able to attach this 1x square steel tubing to the saw. Had to tap out the hole for this, drill it out, and tap it 1/4 20. And then this was an existing hole for the cord, and that was a 5mm. Went to Ace. They always have all that stuff. Was able to do that, so that gives it a lot of stability when the saw comes down on the bolt there. Okay, it's hitting the bolt. The bolt right now is just sitting in there. I might have to, put a nylon lock nut on the bottom too. But so that stops it, and then the whole thing, slides, right? And then I did my real quick half-lap joint on this piece of wood, and then I'll just keep adjusting the depth until I get it, exactly half the distance of the piece of wood that I'm working on. But it works. And the other problem that I didn't foresee is with this saw pushed all the way back, it is a slider, but with it pushed all the way back, when I make that cut, the blade is not catching all of it on the back end. It's not cutting all of it. So when you do that, you can see on the back, anyway, it's coming up a little bit. So what I needed to do is push the workpiece out, and it seemed 3/4 inch seemed to do it. And that's almost putting the center of the blade, which is what I'm looking for, the center of the blade on the back side of the workpiece. So I'm pretty close. I mean, even if I pushed it out more, 2 inches, you know, whatever, that would enable the whole blade to cut that whole distance. So that's what I'm going to have to do. But that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Like I said, I finally have a depth stop on my DEWALT chop saw, so I can do my half lap joints and build this picture frame that I've been working on. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching.